Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Beis Halevi in his Maimah Bitachon, back on foreign soil here in Tarzana, California. Let's go weiter. Let's continue from what we were learning previously. And we're speaking about the person who, because apparently of his lack of a Bitachon in Hashem, he resorts to unfaithful ways of trying to achieve parnasa, his livelihood. He does things that are shady. He does things that are deceitful and cheating. And if you'll ask the person, why are you doing this? Says the Beis Halevi the following: if you ask the person, why are you doing such a thing? Why are you being so sneaky? Why are you being unscrupulous over here? Why are you being deceitful in the way in which you're trying to make money? You're a yid. You could go and do things in the proper way. He'll even admit to you, I'm not doing the right thing. I know I shouldn't cheat the government. I know I shouldn't play around with my tax returns. I know I shouldn't skim money off the register and not report it. I know that when I do a job for somebody and I ask them, can you write me the check to cash, please? Because I don't want my name on there, because if I have my name, then the government's going to take out more taxes. I know that I shouldn't be doing things that are tricky, nor things that look like they might be the wrong thing in the eyes of IRS or the accountant or the like. I know that I shouldn't. It's the wrong thing. I'm a Yid. A Yid is Yasher Kel, we're Yisrael. We are honest, we are straight, we are exact with our money. The money is Kodesh HaKadoshim. That's one of the pshatim that it says, Yaakov Avinu left over some flasks of oil on the other side of the Yarden, on the other side of the river, of the Yabaik River, and he went back to get it. Why did he go back to get it? It's pennies. Yaakov Avinu was a very wealthy man. What did he have to go back to get a few flasks of oil, which pennies you can buy it in the store? Because since that Yaakov Avinu was so careful, as we see in the Torah, to make sure that every penny that came into his hands was done in the most righteous and honest of ways. His money was Kodesh HaKadoshim, it was holy money, done according to the halachas, the laws of the Torah, filled with Yiras Shemayim, and understanding that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one in charge of Parnasa. You don't leave that kind of money on the other side of the river. It's money of Kedusha, it's money that's sanctified and consecrated through his work, and therefore, even though he was a wealthy man, he went back to retrieve that which he left behind, because it wasn't just a flask of oil. On the other hand, they were flasks of Kedusha, of sanctified money that he worked hard to be able to achieve and to accomplish in his life, a life of emes, a life of truth. So the person, if you ask them, they say, I know that I'm doing the wrong thing. However, he says, I don't have a choice. He says, look, I'm trying to make a living. I try to pay the bills at the end of every month. I'm waiting to pay off my mortgage. I'm hoping to put my kids through school and have to stop asking for so much financial aid. What do you want from me? The money doesn't come any other way. I have no choice but to play games over here in the world of Parnas and Ishtadlus to be able to make money better. I'll sell things in my store for 5 times as much as they cost somewhere else. I will do things to make my competitor look like they're selling cheap ware, and while I myself am selling something that's better. I'll play around with my taxes and the forms in order to make sure that they don't know how much money I really have from investments and the like in the bank, and therefore they won't take out a penny. I have no choice. Look at the world that we're living in. Inflation is so high right now. It's skyrocketing. Just to fill up your gas tank costs almost $100. Eggs are 3 times the price of what they cost. Everything is costing money. How can I go vacation now in Hawaii during the winter break if I don't make a little bit of extra money someplace else? The ticket prices are higher. The hotel prices are higher. Even the coconuts in Hawaii cost more money than they used to cost. What do you want from me, says the person. I tried to do it honestly. I tried to be ehrlich, but it just doesn't bring in enough money for me to live the way that I want to live. So I have no choice. The reality is, though, that this answer is misleading. He's trying to steal your das, trying to steal you from believing the truth. Says the Beis Halevi, it's just the opposite. Since that he ends up resorting to these ways of trickery and deceit in trying to make a living, Galo kein ein aloi parnasa acheres. It makes it now that he cannot find parnasa in a permissible way. Because that he's playing games, because that he's undermining the world of Ishtadlis, because that he abandoned his amun and his bitachon, and he tried to buck the system over here, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes it now, I will not allow you to find a permissible way to make a living, and you've done this to yourself. However, if he would not have gone down the wrong path, in business, if he would have done his shtadlus emisdik in the right way, instead of what he's doing right now, which is trying to deceive perhaps the IRS or the accountants or the bookkeepers and all of the other things in between. HaKadosh Baruch Hu easily would have brought him parnasa kshera, a proper and appropriate way to make a livelihood, to make a living. The person has doomed himself by abandoning a life of amun and bitachon in the world of ishtadlis, by lacking to recognize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes care of everything in one's life, and He will send you the parnasa that you need to live the way that you are supposed to live. Therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts him up against the wall and says, now the only way you're going to make a living is if you're dishonest. Dishonesty is the opposite of what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from us in Parnasa. He wants us to be yashrus, straight and honest, to be someone that is dependable, someone that you can count on and trust on, someone that you know that if you're doing business with that person, there'll never be any issues, there'll never be any breaches in halacha, you'll never get caught by the IRS because there's nothing to catch. The man is a man of honesty and truism in the way that he proceeds. So therefore, says the Beis Halevi, if a person plays games, they're hurting themselves because they lose the schus to have parnasa come in the kosher, in the proper, and the honorable way. Have a wonderful day.